Welcome aboard the F-82R Trimaran Unleaded at the 2022 Cow Bay Regatta. I'm double-handing with Andrew and we're about to start the fourth of 7 races. This is the final tack before the start, and you can see the race committee boat straight ahead along with a couple of our competitors. Starting to trim in the jib, but the main is still well eased because we don't want to power up too much and fly across the line early. Andrew does a little weave to kill some speed, then he bears away, and then heads up for our final approach as we trim in the sails. We turned out to be a little late for this start, but that's far better than being too early. Andrew trimmed in the main the best he could while steering the start, and I'm finishing it off now. I need to get some more purchase, so I grab a winch handle, wrap the main sheet around it, and pull it in hard. This is a great trick when you need to pull a line really hard without a winch, because it's not safe to wrap it around your hands, as you could lose your fingers. The first upwind leg is a series of short tacks up the beach, and the windward mark is just to the left of that freighter, straight ahead. Here's the mark, so we're getting ready to launch the Spinnaker. The bag is clipped to the net, so the first step is to pull the tack out to the end of the bowsprit. We could have done this sooner with a third crew member, but double-handed, it's safer to wait until after the rounding. The next step is to hoist with the halyard, which pulls the Spinnaker out of the bag, mostly. Gotta go and pull that sheet out of the bag. Got my Spinnaker halyard all over the nets here. I do a little trim while Andrew tries to steer the boat to fill the Spinnaker. The wind is pretty light, so it will definitely help to take that jib down. Andrew clears another rat's nest. I release the jib sheet to move the jib to the other side of the boat, as we'll be launching on the other tack at the leeward mark. I come back to the cockpit and try and trim the Spinnaker. But we're getting into the wind shadow of that freighter, so we need to jibe. I ease the active sheet and pull on the lazy sheet. Andrew manages the mainsail and steers the boat. We're moving along nicely now, but this is a triangle course and we need to jibe to hit the next mark. Same as last time, I ease the active sheet, pull the lazy sheet, Andrew steers the boat, and manages the mainsail.
Turning.
The next mark is near that shore that's straight ahead of us. Now that we've rounded that, we need to jibe back out again. At least we're staying in touch with our competitors. Caught up to one of our competitors on our left here. The only problem is we're faster than him in this wind, but we don't want to sail into his wind shadow, as that will slow us down. So we contemplate whether to stay below him or heat up and sail above him. We're going to have to go soon if we want to sail above him. We decide to sail above him, so I trim in the Spinnaker while Andrew heats up. We can carry our kite higher than him, so he can't really follow us up here. It's working so far as we're creeping over top of him. But alas, the wind died and he got away. And we're on the wrong side of the course, so we need to jibe back across.
Turning.
The leeward mark is now at about 10 o'clock. Now we jibe back across on the ley line.
Turning.
Some really nice pressure here as we speed up. That was a good jibe as we caught one of our competitors. The mark is now straight ahead, so I raise the jib in preparation for rounding. The lazy sheet is fouled, so I have to clear that before I can complete the hoist. Still about 100 yards out from the mark, so a bit of time. Now that the jib is flying nicely, I prepare for the spinnaker drop by flaking the halyard. I put a single turn of the halyard on the winch, secure with a cam cleat, open the clutch, and then go do a little bit of spinnaker trim. As we approach the mark, I hand the ready-to-trip halyard to Andrew. Then I put one turn of the tack line on the winch and open the tack line clutch. I grab the foot and simultaneously ease the tack line. And of course, there's a rat's nest to clear. Once I've gathered the foot, Andrew trips the halyard and I gather the spinnaker onto the net, practicing my Halloween ghost costume in the process. The mark is now right there on the left. I drag the spinnaker into the cockpit as we approach the mark with the goal of throwing it down the companionway. But I'm just a little bit too slow, so I kneel on it instead while I trim the jib for upwind. Of course, the winch handle is nowhere to be found. Oh, maybe it's buried under the spinnaker. Once the jib is trimmed, I carry on with stuffing the spinnaker down the companionway. I'll repack it between races because there's just one lap. I use the winch handle trick once again to harden the outhaul. I love that trick. Now I harden the jib Cunningham with the same winch handle technique. Yes, we have a jib Cunningham. Everybody should have one. Now I prepare the lazy sheet for our next tack. Making some good progress on our competitors. Excuse me, do you have any Grey Poupon? This boat has more waterline and more sail area than us, so I'm glad we caught them. We're a bit lighter, so have the advantage in wind though. We did well on that last upwind leg and managed to squeak ahead of them just before the finish.
Thank you, race committee!
It's important to thank the race committee, because without them, the regatta wouldn't be possible. We tack out of the way of our competitor, but he still got us on corrected time. Congratulations, Greg, on Dream Chaser, and congratulations on winning first in Division 2 in the Cow Bay Regatta this year. Remember to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and watch this next video.